All right, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel, and today we have another knife from Peter of A Therapeutic Edge. And Peter, thanks so much for sending these knives around for us to see. Really appreciate it, guys. Check out Peter, A Therapeutic Edge. I'll have the link to his YouTube and Instagram down in the description. This is the Off-Grid Knives Black Stallion, and look at that hunk of a cleaver. Of a Warncliffe, excuse me. I don't know why I keep saying cleaver. It is very tall, so you definitely could look at it as a cleaver, but with that roll off, it's more of a Warncliffe. But look at that hunk, man. It is huge. 4.5-inch blade. 4.5-inch handle. 3.5-inch blade. And again, this thing is 6.6 ounces of goodness. Look at this thing. I'll lead off a little bit here with the fact that this is a $80 knife from Off Grid Knives. I just like to put the link to them if they sell it themselves. So that's what I'll show you. Don't know if you can find it anywhere else less than that or not. So let's talk about the blade. It is a black wash titanium nitride coating on that D2 blade. Got the nice roll off here up to the Warncliffe with the swedging and the flats and the really nice flat grind. It is a good slicer, and I'm sure you could also use it for things like prepping twigs and things like that for campfires and things. I didn't do that since it's not my knife, but I would love to. There you go, 4.5-inch G10 handle with scales. With liners that are skeletonized, milled out. You can see that very well down through there. Pretty open. Again, there is a back spacer here, but it's pretty open, and it's a liner lock as well, as you can see. 4.5-inch G10 scales with that really cool, really nicely done hexagonal milling there, but it's rolled off enough where it's very grippy without being irritating. It's definitely not. This is rolled off ever so slightly on the edges here, so it does not bother you. At least me, it has not. And just really well done. The screws on both sides are countersunk. The pivot is nice and flat. And then you have this channel here for the countersinking of the pocket clip, which is right or left-handed tip up. And there you can see this really cool pocket clip, which is again countersunk, but the screws are not quite flush. But all the other screws, as you can see, even the pivot screw, are very much flush. Very well done. Nice craftsmanship on everything, how it is put together. Very nicely done. There you can see the rolled off on the edges there and why it doesn't irritate you. Pocket clip for me was about perfect. It's a nice deep carry without being huge. Even though it's got 3 screws, it's a very small pocket clip. Low profile, and goes in and out of the pocket well. You do on the grip, you do feel that pocket clip a little bit because it sticks up a little bit, but I didn't have a huge problem. I wouldn't call it a hot spot at all, but you do feel it there. But a really well done pocket clip in my opinion. But again, 4.5-inch handle. As you can imagine, you get a very good purchase on this handle. It locks you in real well. The jimping up here is about right for me, pretty much perfect, and you can come on up on the flat part of the thumb ramp if you'd rather. Do have a really nice sharpening choil here as well. Now this knife, if I didn't say it already, is 6.6 ounces, so it is heavy. But at the same point, for the size of the blade and the big tall blade that it has and the big tall handle, that's not really surprising to me, and it's not overdone. It does tend to take up a lot of room in your pocket, I will say that, because the blade sticks out so much. But if you're carrying this knife, you probably don't care about that. You just want a big hunk of a knife. And if you guys haven't checked out my friend Kyle over at DTOM Knives and Gear, I feel like this is a Kyle knife. Kyle loves humongous knives, and this is it. Again, 3.5 inches on the blade, 4.5 on the handle. Just a big stinking knife. It is a flipper. The flipper tab is really well done. I don't have any problem with it, guys. It jumps out of here, as you can see, and it is a drop shutter. Very nicely done in both regards. I don't have any problem with the D10 on this one. It just is a big hunk of a knife, so it's coming out. As far as lockup, I call it pretty good. I don't do percentages very well, but I don't know, 30 or something like that. But it's well done. It is riding on ball bearings, and that accounts for that action. And then as far as centering, it's off to the show side ever so slightly, but again, to me, not a big deal. It's not rubbing, it's not scraping, anything like that. But just look at the action. Again, whoops, might help to get past. There we go. Just a cool knife. Well done. Again, it's about $80 is what it seems to be selling for. So again, I'd consider it for what you're getting, the large size and the fit and finish of it. I think $80 is pretty daggone good. So check it out. And thanks again, Peter, for sending this guy along. And guys, thanks so much for watching the Knives Fast channel. I appreciate you guys so much. I could not do this without you. If you're not subscribed, give it a thought, and hopefully you'll do so. Like and comment. Let's discuss this knife. And thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel.